Ain't no beta in this podcast. Sorry. Well, ain't no beta here, boy. Whoo! Still got it. Welcome back. Guess who's back? That wasn't even a sound bar. Welcome back to the Dragon's Well. I'm one of your hosts. They call me Isaac, but many of y'all know me as Sprites. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Here with my good buddy, my good pal. Y'all know who it is. How's it going, Maverick?
Man, it's going pretty good.
Man.
I'm excited. We finally, after about 3-4 weeks.
My goodness.
I don't know.
Every time we try to get something going on.
Every time I get in Discord, I know it's coming. And then last night, well, no, it was not before last, getting roasted. About not putting out an episode. So.
Yeah. People are roasting us already. They're washed up. They ain't good for nothing. I'm over here mowing my lawn and I can't enjoy these. I was gonna say middle-aged guys. I guess middle-aged guys.
I mean, one of us. Yeah.
One of us, yeah.
I don't know. I think I've got one foot in the grave now. I think I'm past middle age.
Yeah, got like a pinky toe maybe in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
dipping in the water.
Dipping, just testing out the water.
Testing the water.
You know what I'm saying? But now, it is so good to be back, and we apologize, guys. It's just been a life. You know, it's one of those things. We'd love to be able to do this full time eventually.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just, but you know, bills.
Hey, look, we
Uncle Sam, what's up?
Yeah,
he'll ring, ring.
Well, they you know, Uncle Sam and everybody's gotten it out of me lately.
He said, I can't help but notice you haven't had that $100 bill taxed the fifth time.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my bad.
Here, let me take your hot water away.
R.I.P. hot water.
Yeah. No, we got it back though. It's good. It's all good.
Good. Yeah, Maverick had some issues with his hot water heater recently. That was one of the issues that kept us from recording. But
well, I mean, you know,
that and everything else in life.
The Texas heat, you know, it's still boiling water in the attic. Yeah,
it's so offensive, man. I walk outside and it's like it's windy today, right? It's windy today, but it's like Sahara Desert. It's like you know the move heat wave from Pokemon. That's it right there. It's like some weird. It's like like a firemon's out there right outside the building, and as soon as you walk outside, it's just just hitting you in the face. I felt like what is that old movie, The Chronicles of Riddick? You ever seen that?
Oh yeah.
Where the sun just scorches everything.
It just scorches the entire planet.
Yeah, that's me right there. I walk outside.
Well, I mean, it's only 110 outside.
It's only 110. Yeah, the things we endure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, we are. I've actually been kind of quiet on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram lately. But I have been retweeting a bunch of Nintendo news. If you've kind of kept up with that, you'll have seen some of the stuff we're going to talk about today. But don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Dragons W Gaming. Facebook is Dragons Well Gaming, as well as Instagram. And I don't know, man. Do you want me to ask you what you've been playing and go ahead and start this roast, or you want to wait till later?
Boy, hey, I'm sizzling. Let's do it.
So,
man, I got it on. I got it on 450. Let's do this thing.
Look. So I'm going to start because you got a lot to get off your chest over all this mess.
It is. Now I will say this: it's kind of something that I've taken from other people as well, like professional Overwatch players and whatnot. Oh, spoilers!
Overwatch.
Hey,
I mean, if you don't know we play Overwatch by now, then
hold on to your britches. Overwatch, we're coming. I was about to say Blizzard, but I guess now it is still technically Blizzard, right?
Blizzard, Activision, Microsoft.
Yeah,
Activision, Blizzard, Microsoft.
The unholy trinity. Hey, the cinematic geniuses, though.
Hey, look.
That's what they use bees.
The Xbox will sizzle you like if you put your hand on the top of it. It'll sizzle you like some.
That's how my internet router felt last night. I felt it. It went into a battery mode that it was like a heat battery mode. It said it stopped charging, and I was like,
"Oh, I've had that happen before."
Yeah, I looked at it
like a little Verizon hotspot.
Yeah, well, that's what it's like, an AT&T hotspot, but it's like a commercial one. So they, I get unlimited from it, which is awesome because I don't have anything offered at my house. Still waiting on a specific link of the star, but whatever.
Well, hey, and look, as soon as he gets Starlink, we're gonna.
Oh man!
I think we're gonna transition to.
Listen, this isn't even my final form.
I mean, this is this is how we transition. We're gonna transition to video.
Oh yeah.
We don't do any of that other mess.
None of that other transition. Keep that for your Barbies, all right?
Yeah, for sure.
But
so I picked up a game. My esports kids kind of, that's the thing. Those esports kids are really bad for us because they talk us into playing stuff all the time. And so I did download. I finally, I guess, downloaded Neo: The World Ends with You.
Okay, yeah.
And it's not a bad game, man.
It looked cool.
Yeah, it's it's Square, so these days you have to be careful with Square because. You never know if you're going to get a Forspoken or something, but this one's not bad. It's fun. It's got some. I
mean, that's the thing too, though. I mean, Square is pretty consistent. That's why I think it hit so heavily when it came to Forspoken. It was so weird.
Yeah,
it was so out of the norm for Square to drop something that was at least not halfway decent,
right?
If not exceptional.
Yep.
Most of the time, which is kind of their standard. So when they drop something like Forspoken, you're like. Are we sure that this is not circle instead of square here? Like, what's going on here? That's their unfortunate cousin.
Yeah, like who
Old Circle Enix.
What was I going to say? Who contracted out this?
Yeah.
It's kind of like using Bandai Namco to make. Which don't get me wrong, I play a lot of Bandai Namco.
I do
games,
too.
But it's like using Bandai Namco to build Metroid Prime and then turn around and take it away from them because they didn't like it. Well, why didn't you use Retro Studios to begin with?
Yeah,
that was an epic fail on Nintendo.
Dude, and Bandai comes through with a lot of times.
Oh yeah,
I love a lot of Bando games.
Oh yeah.
Man. And they have two of my favorite franchises in Gundam and Digimon. So.
Well, they also have all the Naruto fighting games.
I think they also, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they might also have some dabblings with Dynasty Warriors?
Dragon Ball Z.
Like the Dynasty Warriors stuff? Is that
may.
I think they might
That's Toei. Toei
yeah.
Tecmo. Yeah, Tecmo.
Am I confusing the two?
Koei Tecmo.
I know Bandai has Digimon for sure. No,
well, now they
I think Toei might have Digimon too. I might be tripping. Might be tripping on flat surfaces here.
I don't know. Bandai Namco's got like 90% of the anime stuff. So, which was really interesting because the Demon Hunter game or Demon Slayer game that came out not too long ago, it was really well done. It was the Sega. It was Sega.
It's so weird to still have them in the game when their console is non-existent anymore because I know that was their identity. Right, essentially, but really, it's not
no. It's Sonic. I mean, it is essentially Sonic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But anyways, no. I mean, you've been playing Neo.
Oh yeah.
Been playing anything else?
Man, no. I mean, I played that. I finally rolled credits on Tears of the Kingdom.
Hey.
In our little 3-week break, I took the time and rolled credits. I think I did about 90-ish%. I mean, I didn't get all the seeds. I didn't get. I think I got most of the armor, but it was time. I was finding myself kind of like getting on, and it was kind of getting repetitive. So
I find myself a lot of times, and we've had this conversation before about my distaste. Distaste isn't the right word because I enjoy it, but I never finish open world games because it's just I guess to me it's just so because it's not linear at a lot of times and because it's not there's so much to do
Well, it gets
that
overwhelming.
I burn out, because then it's almost like a chore to me.
Yeah.
Right. I start looking at it, and I'm like, I have so much to do, and it's the same way that like MMOs are. It's like I would love to get in an MMO.
Is that why you could quit playing Skyrim?
What is it?
Is that why you quit playing Skyrim already?
Skyrim was like one of the I can always go back to Skyrim, right? Because it's one of those things that I've played it so much that I know where everything is. I know well a lot of things. There's a lot of things I haven't, because I haven't played a lot of the newer or a lot of the
anniversary stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the anniversary stuff and the DLCs and stuff, but. I mean, it's just, that's kind of how it is with MMOs. It's like I would love to devote that much time, but I can't. You know what I mean? I got so many eggs in all these different baskets. It's like,
are you going to play Wayfinder with us?
I am, yeah, okay. Absolutely.
Tomorrow? I think it's only 3 players though. I think
so. I think you're right.
And that may
which is all right, because I mean it's me, you, and he who shall not be named.
Which one are we talking about?
The youngest of our amigo group.
Oh, okay. The one you roast all the time?
Yeah. Hate his stupid face. No,
I've never met him, so
I don't. He's unusually athletic looking for the voice that comes out of his mouth.
Really? Because I wouldn't have pictured that.
Yeah, he is. He played baseball. From what I heard, he's not really like, I've never seen him actually do anything athletic. You know what I mean? But like, you look at him, he's tall. He's very tall, kind of lanky.
So baseball's a sport.
So yeah, baseball.
Huh.
He embraces the baseball. I'm not even gonna go there. But anyways,
nothing wrong with baseball.
Yeah. we're gonna have some people roasting us, not just for the inactivity, but baseball. I actually like baseball a lot. It's just, and I've been to several baseball games, but anyways, I've been kind of playing a bunch of. Really, I got back into League a little bit, and maybe that's why I'm so toxic. Probably why I'm so toxic, really. I found myself in a more sour mood.
You seem like you get aggravated in Overwatch a little quicker.
Yeah. And that's just League.
That's why
I've actually played maybe 4 games of League, and I've noticed myself when I play League, because I'm not good anymore. Because when it's one of those things. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? Yeah. And so it's like
so much probably changes.
And like the movement's different, right? Because in League you click to move, right?
Yeah.
In Overwatch you're pressing your keys, right? So it's like I've gotten so accustomed to moving with keys now, and it's 2 completely different games. You got one that's like, one that you really, requires you to aim, and you got the other one that. I mean, aim is a factor a little bit in, but really not as much as it is, map awareness and your movement with the mouse, right? So one is more reliant on your position with your keys, and the other is more with your mouse. So, but man, and really, it is gonna be. I hate to say roast, but it's just kind of disappointing, right? Because I love Overwatch. I think Overwatch is a great game, right? And this is coming from somebody that, after Halo Reach, I pretty much told myself I'm not playing any more first-person shooters, and that's why from sophomore year in high school, I quit playing FPSs. And I'm done. I was done.
You were a sophomore when Reach came
out? Reach
out?
was out for a couple of years after that. So, you know what I mean? So, it was like we were already playing for a couple of years. But it's still because
I got my Xbox when I was in college. My OG with the Duke controller.
Yeah, well, Reach was Reach was which I was more of a Halo guy anyways, right? Because I don't know, I fancied the shields a lot better. I could manipulate and oftentimes win fights.
Yeah.
Even if I was getting shot first, there was a lot of times where I was able to flip the fight because I had shields to rely on. Where I'd go to COD and I'd do okay, right? Because my aim was still fairly good on the sticks, but. The fact that you would just get shot 2 or 3 times and you're dead, right? Where like Reach, you could tank a lot more.
Yeah.
Right, and there was a lot of other things, other factors. So I was able to really extort that system a lot better. Right, and I guess that is kind of an underlying issue in itself that I didn't know how to position. That's why I'd never liked COD. Right. And so, but anyways, yeah, it's just I hate the fact that Overwatch is such an enjoyable game when you really play it. It's so and it's one of those things that itch not only the competitive aspect of things for me, but the fact that it really is one of those games that many of us, our buddies, we all enjoy playing together.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's one of those games where we can, you really got to rely on your friends and your teammates. And so it just kind of stinks that they made it, and it has a lot of League elements, which I love. I mean, League is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Right. The community's awful. Right. It's actually, I think it's voted outside of, I think CS:GO was voted the most toxic community.
Oh wow.
That's I think it's close.
I think CS:GO to play CS:GO.
What is it?
Didn't one of our buddies want us to play CS:GO? Yeah. Isn't that one of the games that he mentioned the other night?
I think I was joking because, listen, my aim is awful on Overwatch. Ain't no way I'm playing CS:GO, man. I don't have that reaction time, or I don't have the time to put in the effort in getting my aim to where it needs to be.
I was going to say though, I think that's actually Mac friendly, so I could play.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting in a game and proceeding to get shot up a bajillion times.
Yeah. And
losing every match, or at least having to get carried every match.
Yeah.
Like, that's not enjoyable to me. So,
right.
But going back to the thick of it, I hate what they're doing. Like, they're just, first off, they're getting rid of OWL, right? the Overwatch League.
Yeah.
Right?
So was this league? Was this league the last one?
I think this is the last one, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because I think they fired like 50 employees, right? 50 like employees that work with that particular thing. They're not making any money in it because of COVID, and then after that they stopped putting on live events, which live events weren't bringing in the amount of money that they were paying for the production and everything. So, they were bleeding money. The fact that they redropped a game, essentially, I've never played Overwatch 1, but playing Overwatch 2, a lot of people I know a lot of people were like, this is Overwatch 1.5. Right.
And it was for somebody who did. I mean, I bought and paid for Overwatch 1, played it, and it wasn't. I will say the community was not quite as bad back then.
Well, it's like Steam. It just dropped on Steam, right?
If
you pull it up right now,
it's got
over
low
40,000 reviews right now. Over 40,000 reviews, over 40,000 reviews.
Well, they got like
and
2
it's
stars.
Overwhelmingly. On the little thing, on the description, it's overwhelmingly negative.
Wow.
On a game that is as big as Overwatch.
When the new update just came out, right?
Overwhelmingly negative. Right, and that's really where a lot of this contention comes from, because and that's the thing, I want them to do so good, right? Because I enjoy it. And, not only that, but because I'm starting to get so invested in it that, a part of that is so that I can help these guys. Right, these and I know we don't have video, so they can't see where I'm pointing at. I'm pointing at our monitors right in front of us right now. Help our esports guys, right? Because I would hate for them to get so invested and get serious about performing and trying to win state in Overwatch, and then the game shut down, which I don't foresee that in the future.
R.I.P. Gundam.
R.I.P. Gundam. Yeah. Listen, it was R.I.P. Gundam for me for like months beforehand, because it R.I.P'd itself for me. It's like, no, you're not playing it.
And that's
so
sad
weird.
Because it was such. It really had it had the elements of Overwatch. It had. I think where they messed up again. That was a Bandai Namco. It was Bandai Namco.
Yeah. It's Gundam.
And so I think where they messed up was cross-play, cross-progression, all of that. If they would have added that, I think it would have gone a
Yeah,
lot
if they can
further.
integrate that within the full system, it would have, and it would have the same effect as. But it's going back to the same thing, and I really appreciate Overwatch for doing this for us, so that I could be a part of this, and that's the free-to-play aspect. They're bleeding money because it's a free game, right? And by all means, I'm not roasting them. I'm not flaming them on that, right? Because I appreciate that. Otherwise, there's a chance that I would not, or at least for a while, I wouldn't have bought it, right? And
so to get you into Splatoon, I'd have to buy it for you.
I mean, it's just one of those things where it's probably, to be honest with you.
Hey, look, but see, so
because it's one of those things that. Right now, I could probably come to enjoy it, but because I've never experienced it for an extended amount of time, right now it would be more of a chore for me to play this game, right? And I would enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but like I would play it for the purposes of getting better, so that I can help coach, right? And that's where Overwatch started, and now it's just a thorough. I just turned Swedish right there. I don't know what happened. Jugendhagen, Jugendhagen.
Hey, look, we got people listening over there.
Hey, shout out, Hundagunda. I don't know what you guys say, man. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
One of them Guten Dogs.
Guten Tag.
Yeah, I have one of them Guten Hogs in my backyard. No, we do appreciate you guys, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, if we don't roast you, that one of two things. If we don't roast you, that means we either don't vibe with you, right? Or
we just don't.
Really don't vibe with you.
We really just don't understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. Either we don't know who you are, and so we don't want to,
And then sometimes we roast stuff that America does, and
America does a lot of just dumb things. Excuse my language, but
as Blizzard, Activision, Microsoft running the country.
Yeah, about to. They're owned by the Triangle, the Illuminati.
Oh, the Illuminati?
The
Illuminati.
They are the Illuminati.
Oh, we for sure getting canceled.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome
we're getting our life canceled here. Just some dude with a silencer is gonna come out.
Oh no, we'll never see him.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah,
he'll be in our Overwatch
roll
lobby.
For perception. I rolled a nat 1. But I hate that Overwatch did that, and one of the biggest blunders, man. And I know a lot of people are saying it's okay, but is the PvE was there's still hope that the PvE is going to be better than what it is right now. But the fact that they dropped,
it was pretty trash.
It's not. I mean, it's not. Like, I sat there and watched a guy play for like an hour. I watched, and there's 3 missions that got dropped. It's been under development for 4 or 5 years. One of the maps that you have to pay for has already been developed and played back in 2019.
Oh, wait, you have to pay for that?
Yes.
The PvE stuff?
Yes, I think it's like $15.
I ain't doing that.
Right, the ultimate bundle is like $40.
Now, does that get you all the like PvE levels coming out, or do you have to buy more?
That's the thing. I don't know, and if that's the case, if that's the case, then I wouldn't be, and so I'm not going to be super hard on them right now. But if it does offer, like, you buy it now and you can get all the rest of those later,
that's not such a bad deal. I mean,
no, $15 you can afford that for sure, right? I mean. Don't get you a chicken strip basket, all right? Well, like one day.
Well, I mean, you think about it. With Blizzard, with Blizzard, I mean, you every 2 years we'll get a WoW expansion. 2 years? Yeah, every 2 years we get a WoW expansion because they always release it at like BlizzCon or whatever, show stuff off, and so that they can develop a story in 2 years, and I'm sure they have a team working on it as that year's releases. So I mean, they've got, and that's a lot of content in 2 years, because especially since the new expansions recently have been adding like it almost comes in parts. So like you get the expansion, I mean it's a full expansion, but then you get another piece of an expansion, or like another chapter of the expansion, another chapter of the expansion.
Absolutely.
And they've been, I guess they've been doing that for a while because.
I mean, we know. You're right. You're absolutely. We know that. I mean, you look at WoW. You look at Diablo.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all of them are stellar stories. I know some people are like, some people will say, well, I mean, they could have done better. Obviously,
Well, yeah.
I mean, what do they say? A Monday morning quarterback or whatever. It's like, yeah, of course you could say that. And who knows? They could do better in some aspects. Of course, you're not going to get a perfect game out there.
No.
But the reality is it seems like the amount of effort that they put in, and the animations weren't all that impressive, and their cinematics were kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like there was still some like glitchy parts. There was still a lot of bugs in the actual PvE that I saw already, and like an hour of watching this guy play through it. Just playing through it the first time, he found like 3 bugs.
Wow.
Like one big one, like on the final map. Brig can't even, like, you're defending this turret thing, and you're forced to play, if you're playing support, you're forced to play as Brigette, blah, blah. And you can't shield dash through a certain location. Like, it's a big location, and it'll act like a hitbox. And
really?
So you'll hit the turret, around the turret, even though you're nowhere near it.
That's crazy.
So it's just one of those things where it's like there's so many, like, these are old units, like old minions, there's a couple new units that they introduced, which was cool, but like many of them weren't very dangerous, right? Yeah. Now, I haven't seen the harder modes, right? But I was watching this guy play through hard mode, and it looked like peaceful mode on Minecraft.
Really?
It was so bad. Like, there was never a moment where, like, he was free. And he was an ex-pro, so, I mean, he's a good player. He's top 500 easy. But
if you play Minecraft with these esports kids, peaceful goes hard, man.
There's never a moment with the esports kids that peaceful is in the same sentence.
No.
But it's just, so that's my rant. It's just like I wish they would have done better with PvE, and the hope is that they will, right? But it's just kind of it's not really fun because it's not threatening.
Yeah.
Like, you play through it. I don't know the harder difficulties. I mean, I guess you have to play the hardest difficulty and my guess is that they only just bump up their health and maybe let them do a little bit more damage per bullet.
There's no AI adjustment.
I don't know if the AI is adjusted. Yeah. I hope it is, so that they're like smarter, right? That would be cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like that's the thing. Like, even as an average player, I was watching that and I was like, I could have easily, like, even maybe by myself, cleared through that entire game.
Well, see, so I don't remember if we've talked about this on a podcast before. I think we've talked about it in person, possibly. But back, like, early 360, actually it was released. It released with the 360. It was a game called Condemned. And so you were a detective trying to solve this mystery. Yeah. Or string of murders or something. And the cool thing about it was, like, you could walk up to a pile of wood. You could grab a piece of wood out with a nail in it or something. I mean, that was it was basically melee weapons. Yep. But the AI at the time was really advanced because, so you had a flashlight. And if you're walking down a dark corridor, which most of them were, you shine your light and you would see one of these, like, crazed individuals. They would hide. So, like, they would run out of the light and they would hide. Yeah. And they would move behind other pillars and things.
They would use, like,
and either
terrain
to get behind you. Yeah. So they would use they were programmed to use the terrain.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
And if they could do that back on 360, why can't we, I mean, we got AI writing papers for kids.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, there's not really an excuse for something like that, making bad AI. And I keep going back to it. I want us to understand this: that if you're willing to pay for a product like this, and we might say, well, it's only $15. Well, and once again, this is with the hope that $15 is going to cover all future missions as well. Because if not, you just paid $5 a mission that lasts maybe 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
Right?
That's ridiculous.
And so it's like, with, really you're paying for the cinematics.
Yeah.
What it comes down to, the story, because the story seems interesting. And the story of Overwatch is very well fleshed out from what I've gathered.
Well,
the characters are engaging. Many of them are very unique, right? Every single one of them,
Some of them extremely eccentric.
Yeah. Hello. Have some healing. Step on my lily pad.
So wow.
What did you just say, sir? I'm in the middle of bullet fire right now. Yeah, step on the lily pad.
Yeah. Let me.
Don't worry. Let me grip you. Life grip.
So let me ask you this:
Gripperino.
Does it not? Okay.
Yes, he offends me.
Is Life Weaver the only male character we've gotten since Overwatch 1?
No, Ramacha's a robot.
Okay, so
but he is a Chad.
There was
it's a Chad. He's a Chad bot. Actually.
There was Ramacha. Okay, yeah. That does make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah. I mean, he has a dude voice.
Because I was thinking the manliest character we've got was Junker Queen.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, just saying.
Oh, Junker Queen. Hey, and I'm fairly certain if you get close with Junkrat with Joker Queen, like he'll try to hit on her, and she's like, "No, get away from me, you stink."
Wow.
I want us to understand though that if it's like, don't invest money into this if they're going to just be subpar. Just for the sake of, because then you're supporting them and staying subpar.
Well, and you're telling them that it's okay
that it's
for you to put out a half-baked product and
that it has been going on for 4. We have been expecting things like this for 4 years, right? They've been in the making for a PvE. They canceled it, and then they redid it because of the backlash.
And I like cake. I don't like gooey cake. So you better leave that sucker in the oven a little bit.
Put it in the oven. Well, and that's the thing is people and we've talked about it before. Movies, games.
Oh yeah.
Let them bake. Let them bake. Finish them. Right. A finished product is so much better. Yep. We've seen that, and once again, in movies that have really taken their time to polish the thing. Right? Same with games. A game that is well polished, people will buy and enjoy, and they'll stick with it.
Well, and that's the thing with like,
if you don't want an awful review, don't drop an awful product.
It has been a while since we've been on this because we haven't got to talk about Indiana Jones and that bombshell.
Yeah, I don't know about that. What are you talking about?
Man, it's horrible. It bombed in the theater.
Oh,
Mission Impossible didn't do as well as it was projected. Now, I heard it was a really good. Really, they're actually really good. So the new Mission Impossible, we were excited about it. And I looked and I realized that it did not do as good because movies like Sound of Freedom came out.
Yeah.
And so, for those parents that are listening to this, kids probably don't need to watch this, but I have yet to see it. I know it's a good movie, it is a well-made movie, and it does discuss very difficult issues.
Talking about Sound of Freedom?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so, but please go support that. It's one of those things. If it's something that's well done that actually projects a good message.
I don't understand why it would even be like targeted. Like, I mean, I do, but like in the public's eye, and I guess that's why the public's kind of speaking what is it, the unheard voice or whatever we call it, the voice of the people, right? The background voice is kind of speaking with the numbers in the box office and whatnot. But
I mean, Sound of Freedom, Jesus Revolution. We watched that the other night. It was really good.
What was it?
Nefarious.
Oh, what is the country singer? Jason Aldean.
Oh, Jason Aldean.
Yeah, how that spiked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And like, and it all comes down to but isn't it sad?
This goes all the way back to Hogwarts Legacy too, where
True.
I mean they were roasting her. And
isn't it sad though that it's like the most popular movies oftentimes not saying that they're not justified in being watched, but Like, isn't it sad, like, that some of the most popular movies that we have currently coming out and games currently coming out are all ones that have been tried to be canceled, and because of that, like, a lot of conservatives are like, you know what? We're not. I just made that voice because listen. Hey, I'm calling a buck. All right, that's what we are. That's how we are.
That's how we are.
You know what? I ain't gonna listen to you. You don't want me to watch it? I'm gonna watch it right now. Honey, get the coat.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey, look. I'll look at IMDb. If it's got a Rotten Tomato, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the critics didn't like it. If the critics didn't like it, it's probably a pretty good movie.
I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's gonna be a good show.
I just.
Well, man, let's get into some of this. We keep bringing this up, and oh man, I just want it to either come out or the rumors to end. This so there's a big Switch 2 rumor again.
Yep. I think they confirmed it.
Well, it's
like, I think Nintendo, like, it wasn't in a Pokemon thing.
No. They haven't. Nintendo has not come out and officially said anything. I think somebody got a hold of something, and essentially all they're doing is they're going back to the last time that Nintendo posted something for the public release, which was it's been a while. It's been months.
Yeah.
And he said, the president said, there is no that Nintendo would not think about releasing anything until like quarter 3, quarter 4, 2024.
Yeah.
We knew that anyways.
Absolutely.
So they're just verifying, essentially, they're going back and they're just repeating what he said, which has sparked a whole nother thing. Now, they did say, some rumors have gotten out that it's possibly backwards compatible, it uses cartridges, things like that, because of the fact that I think developers may have dev kits.
Okay.
Which, I mean, they could have had dev kits 6 months ago. You know, there was a lot of talk about I don't remember what the next big Nintendo or the next big event is, but they were talking about Nintendo probably releasing something on it coming up, and I just don't see us seeing anything on it till probably after
well, especially after the previous spotlight, right? Or what do they call it?
The direct.
The direct, right? Yeah. With it being as action-packed, as, meaty as it was.
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely not going to hear about it anytime this year, for sure. I mean, I would at least assume that maybe not.
Well,
and if so, it's going to be definitely closer to the end of the year.
And
I'm thinking it's going to be a New Year's thing. Or maybe even later.
And that's just the announcement. They won't actually release the console till... Because you have to think...
no, for sure. They're not releasing the console till...
If PlayStation and Xbox were to do a Pro of their consoles, it's probably going to be holiday this year, I would think.
Yeah.
In the next couple months, we should see something, which I've heard kind of rumblings about that. But, I mean, honestly, do you need a PS5 Pro? I mean, if you got a PS5, you're doing all right. You running an Xbox, I don't know how you get any better than that. I mean, we've kind of hit like a roadblock here where, I mean, you can up it to 8K, which I think some of them are 8K now too anyways. And I mean, who's got a monitor for that?
Yeah.
I don't. I got a 4K monitor. I don't have an 8K monitor.
Yeah, true.
I should have waited 6 months. I could have had an 8K monitor.
The 8K.
But I don't know. We'll keep our eye on that and let you know.
Yeah.
What we come up with.
It'll be cool. I'd really love it to be backwards compatible. That'd be sick.
Oh man, that's the only reason I would buy. That would be the only reason I'd buy it day one. Otherwise, I may wait just a little while, see if all the bugs get worked
Also,
out.
I guess depending on what game is dropped with it, because the game's going to sell it too.
Yeah. Now, if it's backwards compatible, I'd buy it and just play my old games until I caught up on my backlog. But.
Also, because the hope is that it's going to be something improved, not only. I guess all across the board, it's going to be something that's improved, like spec wise.
Yeah.
I would like to see the Switch at least start trying to compete a little bit, like in terms of like performance.
Yeah.
Right. That would be cool. I understand it's kind of a long shot, right? But
yeah, but you got to look at like the iPad and stuff. I mean, the iPad's a mobile device. I mean, our cell phones are mobile devices now.
They're insane.
Nobody wants to pay $1,200 for a Nintendo system. I mean, nobody wants to pay.
True.
You know that nobody's gonna pay $600 for a Nintendo system.
Yeah.
I did see in the paperwork or whatever in the rumor that they were going back to an LCD screen instead of an OLED, only to keep costs down. So I guess if they're going to beef up the hardware, then they'll run costs down by doing an LCD. Which,
hey, I'm fine with that.
I was gonna say, I know you don't really play.
I don't really play handheld very much now.
Yeah.
You know,
I do. I still like handheld.
So, I've actually recently I've started thinking about doing more handheld stuff because right now I haven't been playing my Switch very often. So,
well, if you play Pokemon Go on the Switch and you play in handheld on that OLED, it looks a lot better, and you kind of forget about all the glitches.
Yeah.
But so. In with Nintendo, we got Game Boy app, which this happened a little while ago, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about it.
Yeah.
We got Oracle Seasons, Oracle of Ages finally come out. I have actually never played those, so I'm kind of excited to go back to that classic top-down approach. And
I played a little bit of Minish Cap.
Did you?
Back. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
I've never played Minish Cap, so
I hadn't either. I played.
It's kind of interesting.
I think I played through the first dungeon. Yeah, because that hat, when it starts talking to you, it's got this really neat animation.
Yeah, it is.
We got to get some videos so y'all can see some of this.
God.
So they said, I was looking and it said Ages was based off of the wisdom element of the Triforce and highlights the puzzle aspect of the classic design.
Okay.
While the Seasons game focuses on like the power. So you've got more fighting and things like that in the... Which I thought it was like Pokemon Red and Blue, or there's a few things different, but this sounds like two completely different games.
This sounds like a lot of different.
So, but look, Nintendo Life gave them 9 out of 10. So,
man,
I think once I finish Neo, I'm gonna pop on and plus those are free if you have the
if you paid the subscription.
Yeah. If you paid for the subscription,
but. It's actually, it's not a bad deal. You got all that other stuff as well that you get.
Well, and then
you can just afford it.
We got so we got a couple games coming out for Switch. We got Sea of Stars, which is coming out. It's the what did the article say? It got the golden seal of approval, which I guess it means it's launching. I thought sometime this month.
There's so many different We need to have one day. We're just gonna have a podcast that's just nothing but like teaching everybody because I don't know what all of these seals and stars and like, you know what I mean? Like just looking at all of the accreditations for games, like seeing really, like we're gonna have a lesson on that, and we're gonna be like, all right, step 1.
So I can give you a lesson on iOS. So. I've had
golden, I feel like there's just I don't know. I just feel like and maybe it's because we work at where we work at, but it's like it's got a golden star.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, is that good or is that
can the gold star be taken away?
Especially right now. Lord forbid, golden. Hey,
I mean, they took that Forspoken gold star. They ripped that sucker off.
Hey, that's because Forspoken's parents weren't, didn't come up there and have a conference with them.
Well, hey,
see a star, someone would show up.
No,
I can't believe you're being mean to my child.
No, but with iOS they have like different beta releases. So there's like beta 1, beta 2, beta 3, etc. They usually get to like 5 or 6,
ain't no beta in this podcast. No. Sorry. Well, ain't no beta here, boy. Sorry.
Oh, that makes that's
the level of care. Hey, that's it right there. That's it right there.
Didn't one of our buddies doesn't a bunch of isn't he friends with a bunch of beta males that make him play a game that he hates?
Well, and he's doing the most beta male thing. Hey, you know what they're playing? They're playing Raft. Which Raft is actually kind of a cool game, right? If you like, but you know what he's having to do? He doesn't even get to be the interior design guy. He's the material gathering guy. Everybody else is killing boar and trying to survive island life, and he's over here on a boat just fishing up a tire from the sea.
So we definitely need to play Monster Hunter with him.
Boy,
we send him out there as the bait.
He's already showed to be the baitiest of all of us. I ain't picking up no wood, bro. No, it got me bent, man. I'm about to punch a shark.
Oh man. But so going back to that, they have the final release is like the gold release, right? And so the gold release is what is the last.
Man, he's never gonna listen to our podcast again, dude. He's gonna get his. Hey, don't get your feelings hurt, all right?
Yeah, you're
a valuable commodity to that team.
You get a gold star.
Yeah, you get. You get a gold star. Oh no! Oh, you're a valuable commodity, man. Who else is gonna get our wood? Oh, poor buddy, man.
Yeah, you should feel ashamed.
I really do. I really do. I hope he mean. Hey, we mean well. We mean well. We're picking.
Yeah.
I want him to, yeah, sometimes. Man, he's going to get his feelings hurt, man.
You think?
Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes he turns his brain off. He do.
Well, I was gonna say he plays baseball.
Anytime something comes from me, man, he's just gonna turn his brain off. Like he really does.
He just turns a podcast on and turns it
he listens for you. He didn't listen for me.
That's funny,
right? And the hope is that one time me laughing like a hyena is gonna cause him to go into like some sort of snap him out of the trance, and make him listen. But we'll see.
Well, so. I don't know. I'm assuming the gold seal of approval means that it's coming out because, and I don't know if you were on or not when I was streaming it the other day. Your brother was. Your brother watched some of the stream. I was actually fighting the, I guess it was the end boss for the demo. And man, if you hadn't played it, it's got a Switch demo. You can go check it out. old like Chrono Trigger vibes. Okay, I mean, super awesome. It's polished. When you get into fights, there's no like dissolving screen to get to the fight scene. They just kind of all like scoot to one side and the other one's moved to one side, and then it's
very
like
quick.
Yeah.
That's one thing I really, really like about like games that have like so it's a turn-based.
Yeah.
So like especially during like a turn-based game, is like being able to get quickly into the game.
Yeah. Right? No, it just it's like that quick. So, but it's pretty neat. And the people that made it, I did a little research, and their tweet states that the master build was submitted for certification, meaning that the next people to touch the game will be the players.
Man, awesome.
And also, the team behind this actually did a game called The Messenger, and I don't know if you've played that, but it was an indie game on the Nintendo Switch, and I think it may have been on PlayStation. But The Messenger had like NES Ninja Gaiden kind of Metroidvania aspect, but man, The Messenger is amazing. Okay. And if I'm trying to remember, I'm thinking The Messenger's the one that like shifts between because I've played two games like that. I think it's The Messenger that switches between like a 8-bit and a 16-bit version as you're playing. Yeah.
What is that more it's been out for several years now. With the automatons, Nier Automata.
Oh yeah.
Where you know how they switch, like they go through like a bunch
I've
of
never
different
played
series. So I think in the game, I've watched a little bit of gameplay on it. Like they switch like the type of game it is. So like one, it's gonna be like a hack and slash, and then it'll transition to like a side scroller, and then it'll transition to like a Metrovania style game, and then it transition and like throughout the game, right, as well as like altering the way that it looks.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, I mean, it's very similar to that, where
well, and
which
so
is pretty cool. I
that,
mean,
I was
really
going to say
game.
that was on. So Square had this big, huge sale, on the eShop, and man, they had most of their stuff discounted. Stuff that the one thing that I wish I would have discounted was my Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster.
Oh yeah,
it did not, but it's still fairly new,
Yeah.
And so with that, we were kind of looking at that's how I picked up Neo, because I got it for like, I don't know, like $25, $30, something like that.
Damn.
But with the discount, we saw that was one of the games, that Nier Automata. It was on there, and man, it's got good reviews. Even on Switch, they said that it's not, I guess, held back by the hardware.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's some stuff that's not great, but it's not completely held back by the hardware. So it's a good port. And I think that was a PS4 game, wasn't it?
Near Automata?
Yeah.
I think it was that. I think it also dropped on Xbox, didn't it?
It may have, but I know it was like a Xbox One, PS4
era.
Yeah,
it was.
But I don't know, man. Other than that, you want to talk about the Pokemon Direct? Or?
Well, we can roast Overwatch again. No. No. I mean, the Direct was. I mean, the Direct was obviously. I wasn't expecting anything too big. I'm probably not going to buy the DLC, but the DLC actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like they added a good bit.
It really does. It looks like they. I know a lot of people have been talking about the second one, right? Because a lot of people like the teal mask, which is the first one coming out, which is kind of like the festival. And you got the little mask dude being kind of the main guy for that, or the main Pokemon introduced in that one. And I think there's like 3 other like legendaries or pseudo legendaries.
Yeah,
or like
I saw them because they were standing beside each other.
Yeah, I kind of getting the same vibes as like a Urshifu style Mon, you know what I mean? Where it's like it has the stats of like a legendary, but we don't really know what to consider it. Just a rare Mon, I guess. But the second one I know looks very like, that one has a lot of people's attention. And that's the one that there's going to be. It's almost like it's giving off some like Battle Frontier vibes back in Pokemon Emerald, which was, by the way, I mean, there's a lot of people that consider Emerald to be like one of the best games ever made.
Really?
Pokemon games. Yeah, between that and like Platinum. Emerald. And the thing is, because there's so much post-content stuff.
Oh, okay.
There's tons. Right? The Battle Frontier in itself is like another game. I mean, there's a lot. And it's hard. Right? Because a lot of the Battle Frontier is like level 100 mons. Right? So it's like, it really makes you have to be a good player.
Well, it hasn't been but like the last couple of Pokemon games where they actually scaled down the difficulty. Because, I mean, I know that, a lot of the Pokemon games, I mean, anything before like Pokemon Let's Go has been pretty difficult.
Yeah. Well, you got, I know X and Y was pretty difficult. I know Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were extremely difficult in terms of like Ultra Necrozma is one of the hardest fights in all of Pokemon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess
because his
stats
and his ability to the totem Pokemon boost that he gets as well. He gets an Omni boost, and he has the stats of like almost a Mega Legendary.
Yeah,
and then he has Photon Geyser, which literally just one shots everything. So he's a monster. Yeah. I mean, he's literally one of the strong. I'm pretty sure with that totem boost, the Omni boost thing, he's probably the strongest Pokemon in the game by far.
Wow.
Like even stronger than Mega Rayquaza. But speaking of which, why? I mean, it's sick. Don't get me wrong. Mega Rayquaza is sick, but like, Who at Pokemon was like, you know what? I think Rayquaza needs a Mega Evolution. And then everybody else sitting around the table was like, that's a good idea. Like,
it was probably the president's
what?
idea, and nobody wanted to be like, no.
Now,
you're
don't
wrong.
get me wrong. Sick design. Super cool mon. Has a dope like specific move. It's a signature move, you know. But what?
Will it one shot you?
Yeah, most of the time.
Damn.
Yeah, Dragon's Ascent. Yeah, you'll get destroyed. Well, because he's a Mega Rayquaza. He has the highest stats in the game. I think right next to also another one, Mega Mewtwo.
I was gonna say that they've got
Mega Mewtwo X or Y. Mega Mewtwo Y is insane. I think it has the highest spatial attack of all Mons out there.
Speaking of which, did you see that Pokemon Unite was getting?
No,
he's X and Y. Like now, I think.
Oh, he's been out. He's been out for a little bit.
September.
Mega Mewtwo X and Y, I think, are already out. I think they've been out.
See, I
for a little bit.
you can only evolve him to that during the event.
No. I
think you can get Mewtwo now.
Yeah, you can get. So you can get Mewtwo, but in his kit, you evolve him based whichever Mega Evolution he's going to be is based off of the moves that you select.
Oh,
in the game.
Okay.
Right. So like it's a part of his mechanic. Like he's always going to be that way, I think.
Oh, okay.
And so he's here. He got hotfixed because he was broken.
Yeah.
And like not. I mean, Mega Mewtwo Y was strong, but Mega Mewtwo X is just broken.
So did you give up Pokemon Unite, or do you still play?
It's one of those things where it's kind of like I reach Masters, get off of it for a while, and then go back to it. So a couple months later, I'll hop back in it and start playing again, reach Masters again, quit playing. You know what I mean? It's like it's a fun game, and it's one of those ones I guess I keep going back to because it's one where I can use my time sparingly.
Yeah.
Because it's a guaranteed 10 minutes. Like I would love to get back into League just because I enjoy the game. I love the game. And I got a buddy that just got back here to the States, and him and I are going to start playing again. But man, it's just one of those things where it's like you could have a 45-minute game.
Yeah.
Just like that, and you never know. So it's like, do I want to spend the only 2 or 3 hours that I have at night playing 2 games?
Yeah.
And then going to bed?
Yeah.
Or can I fit in 4 to 6 games an hour?
Yeah.
In Pokemon Unite, right? It's just. I mean, yeah. And I'm a lot better at Unite, So.
Well, you got more practice lately.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot more. So. But the direct was good. Little expectations or things that I am kind of predicting, right? Is I believe that obviously next year they're going. I don't think they're going to introduce anything the rest of the year. God, I think that was it. Most of the time, if it was going to be introduced, it's going to be in the direct.
Yeah, I think this time next year we're going to get a direct. So they'll probably release a new Switch replacement console, something
in the fall
with Pokemon.
With Pokemon,
yeah.
I'm actually thinking that too because it maps out right. It gives a couple years for Scarlet and Violet.
Pokemon will sell consoles.
And so yeah, and. Also, if you're playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, hop on, get your free Mew.
Yeah. Get your free
Mew. Yeah, there's a 7-star raid, 9-star raid, 7-star.
There's actually a bunch of versions of Mew right now that you can get, and then
the Mewtwo raid.
The Mewtwo raid is this weekend or next weekend.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Double check that.
But yeah, if you Pokemon fans. Yeah. That's something you're interested in.
I know I keep getting harassed by one of our esports kids. He keeps asking me if I got my Mew, and I'm like, no, I hadn't really booted it up yet. And he's like, what are you waiting on?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I got a life.
I
haven't even recorded a podcast in 3 weeks.
I play other things, man.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the thing about. Yeah, I got really burned out on Pokemon, man, because I've played it for so long. I used to. I think even before we met, that's used to be one of the only things I played.
Well,
I'd play Pokemon and I would randomize them and then I would nuzlocke them, and I'd get real serious about it. And so there was several games that I've nuzlocked through, and it's hard. It's hard.
And see, that's why I missed Emerald, because that was kind of one of those that was during a time when I wasn't playing Pokemon very much, and I didn't get back into it until X and Y on the 3DS, I guess. And then I got Sun and Moon, and then I think I've bought everyone since. But I'm like you. I'm kind of getting to that point where, I mean, if the new one comes out with a new system and they've got new mechanics, another Arceus type game, another Legends game, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Yeah, because it's just
Legends. So that's the thing too, is like now with the success of these games, I personally enjoy it. You don't really know what we're gonna get now, because with the success of these games now, there's so many different avenues they can go, and they would still. So I'm looking at 4 different options, right? 4 different things that it could be right now, right? You can have a new Legends game, right? New Legends Mew, Legends. I don't. You don't know.
Well, I don't think if they're releasing it with a console, I don't see them releasing a Legends game, because I don't think that'll sell consoles.
You don't think
I
so?
think a typical Pokemon game. I don't even think. I mean, Let's Go obviously did sell consoles because they made a specific console for it.
That's the thing, though. When BDSP came, you know how many people wanted Legends Johto?
Yeah,
they wanted Legends Johto.
Yeah.
And so,
personally
to me, I don't like the Let's Go games very much, and because like the difficulty was so much doled down,
Yeah. Look, we got an esports kid that he was sending me pictures the other night in Discord, and it was like, I'm trying it again, and man, he is trying his best to get a shiny Pidgey.
A shiny Pidgey. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Pokemon, Let's Go.
Respect that. Tell him to start streaming, man. People watch that stuff.
Yeah, he ain't gonna stream.
They love that.
I don't think he's got the computer equipment to do all that.
He ain't got the stuff.
No.
You ain't got the stuff, kid.
I was looking at a new Elgato capture card the other day that I'm really tempted to.
Man, I'm getting ready. Listen, if Starlink shows up, you'll see me on Twitch a lot more. Maybe not. Maybe you too. Probably you too.
Yeah,
Twitch
I think
is kind of violent.
Well, I mean, and I don't know how you feel about this, but
or what is the other one? Is it Rumble? No, not Rumble. What's the other one?
Kick.
Is that the one?
Is it Kick or is it Kickster? I don't remember.
Oh man, I love how a lot of people were just.
It's Kick.
I know. I love how a lot of like the big Twitch streamers like hate on people that are going, especially like XQC. Is it XQC?
Oh, they jumped ship. They jumped ship on on Twitch, and they were running to Kick because Kick was
Kick was offering a couple of them
a lot of money deals.
But when that was happening, there was a few Twitch streamers that were like. Was like shame on them for chasing the bag, right? Mm-hmm. Kick, and the big difference between the two is that Kick allows gambling to be streamed.
Yeah,
which I mean, Twitch isn't the most friendliest.
I was going to say
there were times where the top streamers were people were young ladies in skimpy outfits chilling in a swimming pool. So, I'm like, you want to talk about indecent?
Yeah,
my preacher voice coming out now. You want to talk about indecent? Uh-huh. Really? These are your top streamers. These are your big time people because a bunch of people are degenerates and want to watch this stuff. Because this is appealing, but it doesn't break any violations.
And then you got a couple of country boys trying to get on. And I got like 3 people watching my stream, and one of them's harassing me.
And all of them are our buddies, but because we have more talent than they do.
No, I had one the other day. I was streaming some. I was live streaming on Twitch I actually was under the Dragon's Wealth Twitch channel, and I'm going around. I'm going along. I'm just playing. I had no audio, I wasn't doing any voice, and no camera. Just kind of playing. I was chatting with some of the people that were popping up and saying, "Hey, how often do you stream?" They're asking questions, and I got one person asking a lot of questions, and they were like, "How long have you been streaming? Do you like doing this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, maybe this is a fan. No. They were trying to sell me something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I ain't all about that. Like, leave me alone. Let me play my video game.
I'm just trying to play, sir.
That's why I'm not talking to you.
But yeah, I mean, anyways, didn't mean to go because either way, I mean, I don't really care. But look, YouTube, I've heard YouTube's probably been one of the best.
I'm telling you,
it's just hard to get.
If I could get all my stuff set up at the house, I would definitely stream. And I know I've told your brother this. I've told a couple other people this. I would absolutely live stream Astral Chain start to finish so everybody can watch it because it's such a good game, and I feel like everybody should experience that game. So if you have not bought Astral Chain,
a lot of those guys in there, would when they. I mean, obviously they got jobs and stuff, but
I'd only be able to do that at night. So.
Yeah, when you're not, when everybody can be in there. But no, the Pokemon Direct was good. It was good, but it was. I mean.
It was a little lackluster.
It was. I mean, there was some for somebody that the biggest thing was the DLC, right? And just kind of more stuff being introduced. I don't know what they did to my boy Raikou. I don't know if you've seen him.
I haven't.
They turned Raikou into Marty the giraffe from Madagascar. I don't know.
Just ruined him. Huh?
Yeah. Ruined him. Now he has spots. Has to take allergy medicine. It's awful. I don't even know what.
Well, I hope the Pokemon company's got a good health care plan.
Dude, listen. So I'm subscribed to this guy, and I forgot his name now. I think his name's like Pokemika or something like that. But this guy is super cool. He takes like fan art from other people and like concepts of like new fake mons, and then like different form like regional forms or new like additional evolutions to things,
right?
Or like a concept behind like it's so many cool things, man. So many cool things, and there's so many times where I'm looking at these fake mons and I'm thinking to myself, if only Pokemon Company would like watch this guy, and be like, let's hire him, And I know it's not all his stuff. I mean, it's stuff that like he pulls from like the communities,
right?
But man. Like some of these stuff are insane design, so cool. Like the design is already fleshed out. It's like you can literally take that, put it in a game, and you're like, "This is amazing."
That's cool.
Like these are sick design. Like a lot of them have like really cool backstories behind them. Like one of them had to deal with like the alchemical signs for different things.
Oh wow!
And I'm like, and that's it was like a failed. You know how like Salvani is his name, the guy that in Sun and Moon, he starts off as Titan Null, and then he evolves into Savali, and then you can like change his typing the same. He's a failed experiment for Arceus. They were trying to make Arceus, right, which is hilarious because Arceus is God. But just let you know, you can't make your own God. There is one true God. Holla.
That's right.
Anyways. But this concept was instead it's a failed experiment of an Eevee.
Yeah.
And so like you can and there was instead of like having a bunch of forms, there's only like four forms you can form. But no, it wasn't an Eevee. It was supposed to be a homunculus. No. And it was supposed to be fluid.
Oh, look now.
Huh?
You speaking
I think you're thinking of something else.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. But it carried these signs, and it was so cool. Like there was a fire one, there was a wind one, there was an earth one, and there was a water one, and they were all supposed to be reflective of I forgot which scientist it was, but it actually had a real like backstory behind this of like playing off of a real scientific discovery from a real scientist in history. And playing off his idea that the elements are derived from 4 different elements: fire, water, wind, and earth. Right. The same that we see in like Avatar or something like that,
right?
And all 4 of these have their alchemical signs when they evolve into those mons. Dude, it was so cool. I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is an amazing mon. Like, the base design is cool. All the rest of them are cool. It's like, I don't even care if their stats are garbage. I'm going to use this mon because it's so flushed out. Every single one of them look great.
Right.
It's like you wouldn't mind picking any of them.
Right.
Right. And they have their designs are all the same. Right. With a little bit of a difference based off the element that you pick, and that difference shows you that that's the element of Earth.
Type.
That's the symbol, the alchemical sign for that symbol. Right. Which is so cool. It's and that's one of so many different things. I'll link you the guy. He has a bunch of those little like. He's on YouTube, the YouTube Shorts. He has a bunch of those YouTube Shorts you just scroll through. Clean, right? Doesn't swear, doesn't cuss.
Wow.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
Yeah.
I've even watched his streams before. Like, he does some shiny hunting sometimes. And it really, clean there, too. Great. Really
and it's hard to find that.
No, it really is. Yeah. It is. And so, but no, I was thoroughly impressed with that guy. Cool. He's an awesome content creator. I loved it. I was like, man, this is dope.
Speaking of like not clean content, did you see that Red Dead's coming to Switch?
I did not.
Yeah.
For all of our 5-year-olds. Look, sitting in that 2nd grade class today.
Yeah.
Boy's like, I can't wait to get home, hop on Call of Duty. I'm like, sir? I was like, you better not be playing online. Tell you that much.
Wow.
Can't wait to get home, hop on Call of Duty.
Look.
Another one was talking about playing Borderlands 3. Yeah. I was like, Borderlands, you could literally shoot somebody's head off. And their eye hit you. Their eye fly through the screen. Like, what are you talking about? Nobody wears clothes in that game. What? Are you kidding me? Yeah, hey, if your parents out there,
please watch.
Parent your kids, okay?
Please watch what your kids are looking at. Please.
Anyways, in saying that,
look. I was gonna say I got 2 kids. I mean,
I get
now
on.
Look, I'm gonna let him play Fortnite because there ain't nothing like seeing Optimus Prime skin up there hitting the gritty. But I mean,
Optimus Prime drop kicking Darth.
but I'm telling you, man, it's like it's getting worse.
Knocking them off tilted towers.
So I worked for a video store. Way back, when there were video stores before Netflix and everything, and one of the big things was like we had to card people for video games, Grand Theft Auto, all those games, and so like they told us you will lose your job and go to court if you rent this this mature rated video game to this child. Okay, well I'd have to tell a kid, look man, you have to tell mom to come in here. Well, Mama's not really dressed to come in. Okay, well, I'll put the game back here for you. Mm-hmm. I'll put it behind the counter. You got like 2 hours. And then of course Mom would get there and it's like, hey, I'm okay with them renting it. And I'm like, ma'am,
can you just get up? Can you be a decent human being, get dressed, get out your pajamas, and walk up to the daggum thing, swipe your card, be on your day. So I don't lose my job and my integrity, but my faith in humanity goes down the drain a little bit.
Some of them could just call the store. I mean, they'll like pull out their cell phone, call the store, and they're like waving at me. I'm like, hey, I'm okay with him renting that, ma'am. This is mature. This has this in it. And she's like, okay, that's fine. Just rent it to him. And I'm like,
I don't care. Yeah,
I'm like blown away. I like spit my shrimp fried rice all over the floor.
No wonder we got a bunch of deviants walking around thinking they're...
You ain't lying.
You know what I mean? Walking around thinking, authority. There's no authority above them.
That's why we have people thinking that they're unicorns.
Yeah. Like literally unicorns. This is wild.
Yeah. Identify as a tree.
People walking around barking at people because they identify as a chihuahua.
Yeah. Did you see... Oh, never mind. You know what? We're not going to go there.
Sir, I know you built like one, but that doesn't make you one, okay?
Did you see the guy that's like got a whole dog suit and everything? Oh, you're getting that YouTube video tonight. I can't wait.
That's enough internet for me for one day.
I'm posting that in Discord tonight.
Anyways.
It like shows him walking
Hey,
around, rolling around.
y'all dress appropriately. Keep the dog suit in the house if you got one. Don't bring it out.
Yeah, do that behind closed doors, please.
True. But
and in saying that, I would say
let's pray it up. Let's Well, we actually just want to remind you guys always, if you got a buddy, if you got a friend, share it with them, right? Please. You're helping us out a ton. If we got, it's pretty much the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, right? That's that's what this is. Yeah. Like, send it out, please.
Follow us on Twitter, Facebook.
Yep.
We'll send out stuff. If you want to reach out on Facebook, if you don't feel comfortable, you're more than welcome to direct message us on Facebook, Twitter. All those things. Let us know if you have prayer requests.
Absolutely.
Post comments. Please. Let us know if you don't like what we're doing. Tell us, and we'll change it up to a certain degree. I mean, we are who we are at the end of the day.
True.
I ain't changing for nobody.
I'll change for
except
Jesus.
for my Lord and Savior.
Amen. Yeah, same. But absolutely, especially with the prayer request, help each other out.
Yeah,
you never know what somebody else is going through. Be an encourager, lift up one another and and word. All right, and that's especially that. I know sometimes, especially with us, in the way that we've grown up, it's one of those things where we're taught to be tough, be tough, don't express your feelings, especially guys, right? Guys often, we're taught not to express our feelings, and if we do, then we're looked at as, excuse my language, we're looked at as a bunch of sissies, you know what I mean? And, there obviously needs to be a fine line with your ability to control your emotions, for sure, but the reality is, find people that you can trust, share with them the burden of life. And even more than that, you got a Savior that you can do that with. And he begs and he pleads with you. He says that in the Gospels, bring to me your burdens. My yoke is easy, my burden's light. I'll carry your load. That's what he's asking. If you're a child of God, you can do that. You can take it to the Lord.
Absolutely.
Carry your burdens to him. Lay them down at the feet of Jesus. Let him carry it. Just as he carried your cross. Amen.
Amen.
But anyways, he did. But regardless, share with us some prayer requests, man. We'd love to be able to help you guys out.
Absolutely.
In any way we can, and that's the best way that I know how to help somebody is lift them up to the one who controls all. So
that's right.
But in saying all that, there's your little message for today. Chew on that. Think about it. But that's all I got. You ready?
Latest, yeah.
Well, let's go to the Lord in a word of prayer. Father God, thank you so much for today, and we thank you for this opportunity that we have to be able to record this podcast. And Lord, we ask that you gain the honor and glory from this, Lord, as well as your name be lifted up. And Lord, if there's one here that is listening that is going through a tough time, or maybe has questions about salvation, maybe doesn't know who Jesus is and what Jesus has done for them, Lord, we ask and we plead that you convict their hearts, Lord, and if we can be a help of any kind, and if we can be give us the opportunity to be able to talk with these individuals and tell them the gospel more thoroughly. And Lord, if there's one here that is a listener and they're struggling, God, help them out as well, as only you know how. God, give them peace and comfort in their life. Help them to see you in everything. And God, we ask that you just continue to bless us if it be your will, so that we can continue to lift up your name. God, we love you and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray all this. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, guys. Peace out.
Peace out.